Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I'm so excited to show you this one. This is a mega mansion. I've been planning to build a really big mansion again for a while now. I've been talking about this in my most recent speed builds. A while ago, I actually started a big mansion. I didn't like it. I bulldozed it, and then I started to work on this one. After the Dream Home Decorator pack came out, I just wanted to work on a big mansion to really use the new sofas, the kitchens, just all the good new stuff. I mean, I created a penthouse, but it was relatively small. I just wanted to have lots of space to build a huge living room, a huge kitchen, and I just wanted to use all the new objects to the full extent. So I wanted to build a mansion, and I finally did that. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I hope you like it as well. So for, I don't know, 1 or 2 years now, I've been stumbling upon a picture on Pinterest of a mansion. I think it's just a render of a mansion, and I love this mansion. It's beautiful. So I wanted to recreate it, and I rarely do this, and most of the time I just feel inspired, I do my own thing, but sometimes you just have to recreate something. And when I do this, it's mostly something that I've been seeing on Pinterest over and over again. And then I save the picture, and then I think maybe one day, and then I finally recreate this build. And this is what happened here. And I really enjoyed the whole process. It was just fun to recreate it, but I also did my own thing. I also have no idea what the interior of this house would look like. I just did my own thing, and I just changed a couple of things, especially the front of the house. So it is a bit different. And you can here see right next to the pool that there are some trellis. When you look at the reference, you will see that the windows are really unique and there are trellis like this. And I wanted to recreate this. And at first I had no idea how, but then I remembered that right after the pack came out, I actually played around with a decorative object from Dream Home Decorator, and I just combined them to create some type of grid. And I realized that this idea would be perfect to create this look. So I placed lots of these little decorative objects on top of each other. I just stacked them. You can here see them to create just this look and this object, and you don't need a mod for this. I'm just a bit lazy here, so after placing these objects down there, I simply used the tool mod to duplicate them, because you can use the tool mod for all kinds of different things. You can rotate objects, you can take objects offload, but you can also duplicate stuff, and sometimes this just makes your life easier. So sometimes you will notice that I'm using the mod even though it has nothing to do with what I'm working on, so it's nothing that really requires the tool mod. I just duplicate something so I don't have to place the same object over and over again. But if you want to recreate this, which I don't expect because it looks a bit weird. It makes sense for this build, but it looks a bit weird. So if you want to do this yourself, you can simply activate the Move Objects cheat, and you can just press 9 on your keyboard to raise an object. And this way you can just recreate this look, or you just place lots of these objects right next to each other to create some trellis. And I placed so many of these objects. I was really happy that I could just use tool for this. It's like really tedious, but after all, you just have to place them right next to each other or stack them to create this look. And I really like the contrast. I used this object in a black swatch, and it's just such a nice contrast because the build overall is really bright. I used lots of white, as you can already tell. It's a really typical over the top modern build, like really over the top. When I took a look at the reference, like the search result on Pinterest, it said Dubai, but I don't know if this is like really a proper Dubai mansion or supposed to be. I don't know. I just thought that this looks great, so I just recreated this. So I came up with this idea to make the build look a bit more unique and special, and of course I also had to figure out a way to really recreate the reference, as I've said, but there is something way more unique and exciting about this build, and you have probably already spotted it at the very beginning of the video. There will be a pool bar in the water, like in the pool. There will also be some functional lounge chairs in the water, and this is just amazing. This is something that I would have loved for island living. It just makes sense in my opinion. A pool bar is something that you see in really fancy hotels and mansions, and you know I'm all about fancy buildings, so I love this so much. So this isn't part of the game because this is a little workaround, a little trick. And for this I watched a tutorial by JP Gaming. I first stumbled upon this on Reddit and Twitter, I think. This method was also recreated in tutorials on TikTok. I then took a deep dive on YouTube to find the original tutorial, and I really enjoyed it. The idea is so smart, it's so ingenious, and the tutorial is really easy to follow because it's actually really, really simple to build this, to recreate this. And in my opinion, ideas like this are always the best. Like something that is really easy to follow and easy to do. But I mean, someone just has to come up with this. Someone has to figure out a way to do this, and JP Gaming did. And I love tutorials like this. It's like really, really smart and just absolutely amazing. So I of course added a link to the tutorial in the description box. I also noticed that the channel seems to be quite new, so I would greatly appreciate if we could just head over to the channel, show JP Gaming some love, show the tutorial some love, because this idea is just so smart, and I just feel like it would be amazing if we could all support JP Gaming and just show the channel and the tutorial some love. I feel like ideas like this just deserve all the attention, and it's just, yeah, such a smart idea, as I said, and I just know that some of you will absolutely love this. Like having a functional pool bar is just amazing, just absolutely amazing. So yeah, shout out to JP Gaming. Just follow the link in the description box. And I'm just so excited that also for future builds, I will just be able to have some hot tubs in the pool, for example, because the idea makes it possible for you to add basically any object to a pool and it will be functional. Just amazing. You could even add a piano to a pool, which is what they did in the video. Just absolutely amazing. I didn't add a hot tub to this pool for this video, but I know that I'm going to use this method again, and I just wanted to have a fancy pool bar here for this build. So yeah, shout out to JP Gaming. I hope that you like this idea, and yeah, just show them some love, please. Also, some exciting things have happened, and I'm just ready to talk about it, and I can also finally tell you something really exciting. So first of all, the Sims 4 Cottage Living expansion pack was announced, and I'm really excited. I mean, it looks just amazing. I was so hyped to watch the trailer. I mean, it was kind of suspected at this point that it's probably farming related, and it looks super cute. When I started to watch the trailer, my initial thoughts were, okay, cute cottage living, and I thought that it would just be a cottage themed world. But I mean, at the same time, this wouldn't be enough for an expansion pack probably. But like in the very first seconds, I thought, okay, it's not going to be farming probably. And then when I saw the cow, my jaw just dropped because it just looks so well made. It looks so fun, and also the trailer itself, it was so heartwarming. There were so many funny and cute moments in it. I'm really, really excited. It just looks amazing, and I just can't wait to just build with this pack. I want to build some cottage core themed builds, mansions, and also OMG, there will be a 64 by 64 lot. The last time we got a 64 by 64 lot was when Get Famous came out, so it's exactly this lot that I'm building on right now here, and this was the last time, and Get Famous came out in 2018, a couple of months after I started my channel actually, so it's been such a long time, and every time an expansion pack came out, I was just rooting for a 64 by 64 lot, and I know that this lot size can be quite intimidating for lots of builders, and I know that smaller lots are vastly more popular probably, but hear me out. I think that a 64 by 64 just makes so much sense for cottage living, because you might want to build a house, maybe even a smaller house, just a cute cottage, but then you still want to have some space left for, I don't know, the chicken coop, the stables, and just different things. maybe some area for farming. You can grow some pumpkins. We saw this in the trailer. So I think it just makes lots of sense to have one big lot, because just imagine just squeezing in everything on one small lot. So I feel like lots of builders are going to appreciate the 64 by 64 lot, not only the mansion builders, not only the builders who really like to build huge houses, mansions, whatever. I just feel like it makes a lot of sense for this pack. Maybe you are just going to have a really big garden because your sim is into farming and gardening. It will be so much fun. It just looks amazing. First we got the kit, then the game pack. Now we will get cottage living next month. I'm just so excited to create content. I'm so excited to build, and this will be so much fun for sure. There was also some other stuff happening, and I can finally tell you about this. So Arnie, aka The Sims Plus, released a trailer for his mod, which is also about farming. And I had lots of mixed feelings about this. I know that many people did, because we are all rooting for Arnie, who is just amazing. And it was kind of sad to see that a couple of days after his trailer, the cottage living trailer dropped. So this was like bad timing kind of. And he just worked so hard on this mod. And it was kind of just sad to see that now a farming pack will come out. So even though I was really excited, I'm really excited about the pack. Really excited, but at the same time I was kind of hoping that it won't be a farming pack because of Arnie's mod. And what I can finally tell you, me and Sadie had the honor to build for Arnie's farming mod. So we created one build each for his mod. The cat is out of the bag. I've been so excited about this for the longest time. He asked us, I think last year at some point, December or something, and I've been really excited for the mod and for building for the mod. It's been such a great honor. He's such a great friend. And I just know that, and I told him this, that his mod is going to shine bright either way. His mods are just amazing, and I feel like his mod also offers some things which are totally different from the pack. His mod has horses, for example. The pack doesn't, so this is like something different. And I just know, because he's so talented, that it will be amazing either way. So he could either combine the pack with his mod, or his mod would just be a different thing, especially because of the horses. I just know that it would just be amazing either way. So I'm just really excited for him about his mod. It's just absolutely amazing. It was such a great honor to build for his mod. Also, there were like some limitations for packs and budget for the build, and we all know I'm not good at this. Like, it's really hard for me whenever I just can't build whatever I want. I'm just someone, I just hate restrictions. I mean, I really loved building for the mod, but restrictions in general are really hard for me. I sometimes enjoy the challenge, but I feel like I just need endless budget, all the packs, and I can just do my own thing. That's when I'm best at what I'm doing, probably. But I enjoyed the challenge, and I was just so nervous to build for the mod. Whenever I'm doing something like this, I'm a bit nervous, because you just never know if the creator really likes what I build. I don't know. And yes, Sadie also created something which turned out beautifully, and we had so much fun. And yeah, I'm also going to link the trailer for his mod down below in the description box, because he just deserves all the love as well, just like GP Gaming. Arnie is just amazing. He's so talented. He's such a great friend to me. He's wonderful. And yeah, shout out to Arnie. Not that he needs to shout out his mods. Everyone knows about his mods, but just absolutely amazing. I just love the mod, and I actually want to show it, like when it's out. Like, I would love to show you the mod. I think that you will love it, and yeah, it will shine super bright, even though we will have a farming pack. I just know this. Also, thank you to anyone who supported me regarding my Let's Play. I don't want to spoiler the Let's Play, but it was a hot mess. I hadn't played for such a long time up until this point, so it was like such a new experience in a way, even though, I mean, I've been playing The Sims since Sims 1 came out, so I know how to play the game, but at the same time, it just feels so different when you just spend all your time in build mode and suddenly you jump into live mode. It just feels different. And I have to say, I really, really enjoyed it. Like going into this, I was just nervous because it was just such a new experience for me, like recording gameplay, and you never know how this goes and what to do. And I don't know, when I'm recording the building process, you just have your way of doing things, like what to record, when to record, what to cut out. And I was just excited about recording gameplay and editing it because it's just new. But also, whenever you are doing something new, it's always fun. It's always so good to step out of your comfort zone, and I really enjoyed the process, and I really had fun. Like honestly, when I started to play, I thought, oh my god, I'm having so much fun. And I remembered this, like, why this is my favorite game, like not only because of build mode but also because the gameplay is amazing. So I really enjoyed this, and lots of you gave me advice on what to do for the next episode. Like, I don't know, I'm really appreciative of all of your support and advice because I really needed it, to be honest. I did so much wrong. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but it was a hot mess, and you just giving me advice is super helpful. So the next part won't be as weird, hopefully, but at the same time it's funny. Like it was just, when I listened back to what it did, I really had to laugh because it was just ridiculous. So if you've missed it, you can just check out the Let's Play on my channel. It's the video before this one here, and I also can't wait to show you part 2. It's just so much fun. And honestly, I decided to do this because I wanted to just dive into live mode because of the dream home decorator career, because I figured it would be like a crossover between build mode and live mode because of the career. But I just enjoyed it so much. Like I really enjoyed recording episode 1, and I enjoyed it so much that I actually kind of want to play cottage living as well, because it was just, it just looks so good. I'm just really blown away by the trailer, and it actually it makes me want to play. I don't know. We will see what's about to happen. Also, I forgot to mention this. It looks like we're getting a pond tool. I mean, just speculation. Nothing is confirmed. But when you watch the trailer, there's a segment where they show a new lot and just the build by stuff, and it's like a stop motion type of segment in the trailer where they show a house, and you can also see that there is like a pond, and the pond is kind of growing again, like stop motion style. And personally, I think it's part of the lot. If it would just belong to the lot's surroundings, I don't think that it would grow just like the house is growing in the stop motion style. I mean, why would they do this? I mean, the trailers aren't usually misleading. I mean, they've used some building tricks in some promotion pictures, like for Get Famous, for example. There's like a split level kind of thing going on in one of the promotion pictures for Get Famous. And at this point, we didn't have platforms yet. There were some workarounds using foundations, and they probably did that. Or maybe platforms already existed, like only for them, not for us. So maybe they just used it for this picture. I don't know. We all know that they just, when we get something at this point, they had been working on this for years and years. So it makes sense. But what I'm saying is they usually don't use any misleading stuff in like trailers, and I don't think that the pond would grow in the stop motion style if it wouldn't be part of the lot, probably. And I'm just so excited about this. I love the train tools. The train tools changed the way we are building. Like for many builders, it's like really game changing, and I feel like a pond tool would just be as amazing. I mean, a pond itself, just a small pond, doesn't sound too exciting, but you could use it for so many different things. I've created so many lake houses over pools. I'm just done. I want to have a proper water tool, like some type of pond tool, and I want to build another lake house. It would be so exciting. In the trailer, they are also swimming in the pond. I think that it will be a base game update if it should be real. Like if we get a pond tool, I'm pretty sure it will be part of the base game, just like the train tools or the platforms, the new foundation functions that we got back then. I'm pretty sure it would be a base game update, and I'm really excited. So this is again something that's really exciting for builders. I feel like sometimes when new content drops, it's more about gameplay, and sometimes, or actually quite often, it's about building. And these last packs and the new one, plus a punctual, this is just so great for builders. I'm having such a great time over here, let me tell you, and I know that a lot of you are feeling the same way. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about The Sims 4 cottage living. What do you think? Will we get a punctual? Or is it just a rumor and just speculation? I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. I'm just excited to hear from you. What do you think? I think we will get a punctual. I'm pretty sure. Also, there were like some speculation if we get cars, which like was denied already. Like some Guru Frost said, no cars for now. But it was like so convincing. So it's called Henford on Beckley. And Henford is like Henry Ford. And Beckley is the name of the street where Henry Ford was born. So I don't know, this is like such a crazy coincidence. And as I said, they already denied cars, so cars won't happen for this pack. But it was such a weird coincidence. Like when someone posted this on Twitter, I was so convinced that it has to be real. Like, how many coincidences can there be? But yeah, it is just a coincidence, which is really funny. But this kind of shows that sometimes, even though something seems to be so obvious, it's not happening. So it could also be the case for the punctual, probably. So who knows? Now that I'm thinking about the whole Hanford situation, I'm not sure anymore. And a couple of seconds I was like, yeah, we will get a punctual for sure. Now I'm not too sure anymore, but we will see. I'm just excited. So here I'm working on the interior, and I feel like it's perfect that this is such a big mansion because the video is a bit longer and I just had so much to say in this video. It's just perfect. I'm happy that I just didn't build a tiny house or something. I just had so many news, and we will get a new expansion pack. I also wanted to talk about the amazing tutorial that I followed, so I feel like it's just perfect. So here I'm finally furnishing, and I used lots of stuff from the new pack, of course, because as I said earlier, I really wanted to finally use all the new objects in a really big house. This here is an office, and it's like such a really narrow, weird room, but because of the shape on the outside, it just happened, and I then figured that it would make sense to just turn this into an office. And at first glance, it looked so small because compared to the whole mansion and some of the rooms, the room looked tiny, but as soon as I started to furnish this, I noticed that it just isn't that small, really. Like, there was so much space, included an easel, the chess table, so after all, it wasn't this small. And this here is a bathroom. I wanted this to be really modern and fancy. I used some subway tiles. I'm obsessed with subway tiles. I just love them. I used counters from the new pack and the tub, so just new stuff. There isn't a toilet in the new pack, so I also had to use some stuff from other packs, of course. And I used windows from Snowy Escape to just have a room divider in the shower. So I just wanted this to be really fancy, and I also decided to use some of the new objects to create a closet. So this is not really a proper walk-in closet, but I thought it makes sense, so you can just change in there. I mean, it looks a bit weird, I have to admit, and not really realistic. This would make sense for a master bedroom probably, but this is just downstairs next to the entrance. But I mean, it makes sense for your Sims, because when you just send your Sim to the bathroom and you just want them to change, you can just do that there. So I mean, why not? And this here is kind of the master bedroom, I would say, because it's really big. You can see that right next to this bedroom there's a bathroom. It has the same style as the bathroom that I just showed you. I just didn't want to include all the bathrooms in this video because there are like 4 or something, so I just included one. But yeah, there's also a bathroom next to this bedroom here. I decided to go for green for this. I just wanted this to look a bit different because I just have a tendency to only use neutral colors, but I just love the green swatches of this pack. I used a sofa again, like from the new pack. I just felt like using a sectional sofa because it looks so good. I'm just so obsessed, and I may be too obsessed because I've talked about this before. Whenever I'm obsessed with new objects, I use them all the time, and I'm sorry, but I'm also still not over this pack. I've only created like 2 builds or something using this pack, so I'm still not over it, still not done, and I'm still sad that I had to let go the Courtyard Oasis kit. I mean, it's still there and I can use it, but right after the kit dropped, we got the game pack, and then we all just moved on to the new game pack and the furniture, and I'm missing Courtyard Oasis. I want to create another Moroccan build or something. I'm just so obsessed. There's just so much happening. I'm overwhelmed, honestly, like in a good way. Overwhelmed in a good way, overwhelmed with great new content, I guess. This here's another bedroom. This one has like this dusty pink color, lots of neutral colors, and also a sectional sofa. I can't help it, I'm sorry. I'm a bit addicted to this sofa. And yeah, just another bedroom. There's also a kids room, so there's like plenty of space. There's a courtyard in the center, speaking of courtyards, and it just takes up a bit of space on the inside. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit happy about this. Like, I followed the original design, and as I said earlier, I have no idea what's going on the inside. There's no floor plan, nothing. I just did my own thing. But there's like this trellis right in the center, and I figured that I would just leave it open to create a courtyard. It just made sense, so it just happened. And the courtyard takes up a lot of space in the center. And when I started to furnish this, I noticed how big this is, and I was kind of happy that there was just a courtyard. And it just, I don't know, I was kind of really overwhelmed, and I rarely say this, but there was just so much space, and I was just happy that there's just a courtyard. And this is almost it. Here you can still see how I'm furnishing a bit, but this video is about to end. Thank you so much for watching. You can see some screenshots here. So if you want to download this build from the gallery, you totally can. My ID is KateEmerald. You can find all the information in the description box. Please don't forget to check out JP Gaming's tutorial for the amazing pool bar and the lounge chair that you can see here. I really enjoyed the tutorial. I can fully recommend it. It's amazing. And now it's time to thank my wonderful Emerald Patreons. A big thank you to Bernier Wilcox, Britta1607, Delilah Darkmoor, Jennifer Lewis, Callum Renee, Molly, Queen Ewing, Shanna McClam, Telena Lynn, Tamika Mitchell, and Victoria Smithies. Thank you so much, and a big thank you to all my other Patreons as well. Thank you to anyone who watches my videos and supports me. I equally appreciate all of your support. You are amazing. I love you. Stay safe out there. And yeah, you can grab this from the gallery. And thank you so much for watching. And I wish you a perfect day. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye. What?